is the man accused of trying to kill 2 people, then causing that SWAT standoff overnight. Round-the-clock coverage on air and on social media, our network, where you got minute-by-minute updates just as quickly as we got them. Also, we used social media tonight so you knew exactly what went down when the Sunland Park city manager was fired and what the Sunland Park mayor agreed to do with the Santa Teresa residents who told him to back off their property. News you need to know as the information broke. And no one seems to be talking about the Patriots Super Bowl win on social media tonight. It's all about this photo taken after the game. Yeah, that's Coach Bill Belichick and his daughter. Gina saying, oh no, that's sick. Sandra saying, creepy. All right, others like Christina saying, you think it's creepy? Your opinion? Well, we know what they say about opinions. Nichole, we love those opinions. That's what the show's all about.
That's right. We want to see you on the CW. And I'm tracking changes to your forecast by the end, or I should say the middle of your work week. We'll talk about those details. Stronger winds, cooler temperatures. That answer in StormTrack weather.
It's all next on ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
ABC-7 confirming an 11-year veteran of the Border Patrol is the man accused of causing a SWAT standoff and holding 2 hostages in Montana Vista. Tonight, Alberto Montalongo is in jail charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. Now, the 2 hostages he's accused of holding up inside the house in Montana Vista are now in serious condition at an El Paso hospital. We have confirmed that one of them is his wife. Now, this story started just after 11 o'clock last night at a home off of Desert Willow and Bradley. The ABC-7 Round-the-Clock news crew has been working these details since late last night. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on ABC-7 at 9. I'm Bob Harp, Nichole Gomez, our storm tracker, and what should I call you today? The wizard of social media. Hello.
I still like goddess, the best.
I used that last night when you weren't here, by the way.
Oh, okay. We have to use it again this week. This is the only newscast where you at home have a starring role. So get out your laptops, your smartphones. We want to see you on the CW.
That's right. And we will see you in just a little bit right here on the CW. First up, though, let's go and get to our top stories, the ones you need to know before joining the social media buzz already happening right now. So we've been talking about this SWAT standoff from last night. Now this is from our round-the-clock crew shooting video from the scene. It shows the El Paso County Sheriff's Office and the deputies surrounding the house. First out there on a domestic disturbance call, only to find, according to them, Alberto Montalongo barricaded inside the home, and he wouldn't surrender. That's when negotiators came out, and apparently that's when, hours later, they found 2 hostages inside with serious injuries. The sheriff's office won't say really how long or how Montalongo allegedly hurt them, nor their names, the relation to Montalongo. We are starting to get that new information tonight in just a moment. In the meantime, we can tell you he's being held on a $300,000 bond. Now, again, we've also confirmed Montalongo was arrested last Thursday on a charge of assault, domestic violence. He was then released on Friday. We're still working to get those details right now. For that side of the story, we go to our round-the-clock news crew. We're about to hit the 24-hour mark right now. We have Ashley Rodriguez live in Montana Vista, speaking to neighbors and people who knew him. Ashley.
Bob, Customs and Border Protection say that 2 off-duty agents were fighting in this house last night. Now, we confirmed with the Central Appraisal District that the home belonged to Alberto Montalongo and his wife, Angelica Pala. Our crews were on the scene after sheriff's deputies were called out. CBP says Montalongo was disputing with the other off-duty agent when he shot a 3rd person. Authorities say he then barricaded himself and the victims in the house. A few hours later, he finally released the victims. One is in critical condition. The other has life-threatening injuries. And we spoke with neighbors earlier. Listen to what they had to say.
We were going to town this morning and got down the road, and there was yellow tape across the street, so we had to drop a neighbor off some stuff, and she told us what had happened.
I know you said it doesn't bother you, you're not scared or anything, but
no.
Does it bother you that these Border Patrol agents are engaging in this kind of activity?
Whether they work at the Border Patrol or the police department or Walmart, it's all the same. They know what they're supposed to do. We know the law. We're supposed to uphold it. They're supposed to uphold it.
And like you said, Bob, CBP says that Montelongo was a supervisory agent at the Isletas station with 11 years experience, and we had confirmed that he was just arrested Friday for a domestic dispute that happened Thursday. He was released and 3 days later charged with attempted murder. 2 counts. Bob?
All right, Ashley, thanks so much for our complete coverage live from Montana Vista tonight. Okay, 2 other big stories breaking tonight from our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom. You really need to know about them. And we also used the ABC-7 social media network to keep you informed no matter where you were tonight the second that these details broke. Okay, first up, Sunland Park City Council approved firing city manager Vernon Wilson. As we reported yesterday, Wilson has been on the job just over a year and had 2 additional years in his contract. He told our Josie Ortegon there's been leadership disagreements, but he didn't understand why his job was on the chopping block. 1 of 6 councilors abstained from voting, while the rest voted yes to termination. Out of the same meeting, Santa Teresa community leaders asked Sunland Park to back off their efforts to incorporate. Well, Craig Carpenter used the public input session to bring up the resolution that he said was sent to city leaders several weeks ago. Now, Sunland Park Mayor Javier Pareja asked the 2 parties to come together soon to discuss this resolution, a possible one, in a workshop. So it looks like the 2 sides are now maybe working together. Well, you also need to know there's an investigation underway tonight in Doña Ana County after a 10-day-old baby died inside his home. This that you're seeing here, the sheriff's office tells us that boy's mother says she woke up at about 8:30 yesterday morning and saw the boy was not breathing. A sheriff's office spokesperson told us the baby tested positive for methamphetamines when he was born, again, just now 11 days ago. Another Doña Ana County mother charged with child abuse and resisting arrest tonight. You need to know that 24-year-old Rocky Howard was reportedly found passed out drunk on an ATV out in the desert, and her little girl was with her. Her daughter reportedly told deputies that her mom was drinking and driving the day before and almost crashed into a pole and some trees. The trial of a man accused of causing a crash that killed a state trooper in East El Paso 2 years ago is now underway. You need to know that Edgardo Flores faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. He allegedly ran a red light and slammed into a trooper, Javier Arana. Arana died at the scene. This is file video. That's the court. And we also have some video showing what the wreck looked like. How the impact of that wreck, it was so severe, you see it right there, that it actually set Trooper Arana's car on fire. New tonight, you need to know that a commuter train and an SUV collided just north of New York City in Valhalla. The driver of an SUV and 5 people on the train are now dead. More than a dozen other people were hurt. Taking a look at your commute here in the Borderland, a live look at traffic with our TxDOT traffic camera showing you everything looks just fine out there. Please drive safely out there. We want to make sure that you get to where you need to go, safe and sound. Hey, Nicole, we have a lot of stories to talk about tonight. First of all, let's get that first forecast.
Let's talk about that first forecast. It was a beautiful day today, and we're still seeing those very nice conditions out there right now. Let's take a look at our clouds and radar picture, where you can see it's nice and dry. Temperatures also nice and comfortable out there. Now, our high today in El Paso, 67 degrees, 65 in Las Cruces, TRC, 66 Alamogordo, 63 Guadalupe Pass. Currently, we're at 61 at the airport here in El Paso, 52 Las Cruces, 45 TRC, and overall not too bad of a night. So it will be clear and mild tonight, another beautiful day tomorrow. But we've got some changes on the way. I'll let you know about those changes, cooler temperatures, stronger winds, those details coming up.
All right, Nicole, stick around for this one. We have a question for everybody at home. Are you a current or former UTEP student? Then surely you have that old school 1970s decor from the Student Union etched into your brain. Nicole, does that sound familiar?
It does. So I'm glad to hear tonight that it's out with the old and in with the new. Finally, the Student Union is getting a makeover. But Stephen, for example, not too thrilled about it. Kind of a surprise to us. He tells us on Facebook tonight they redid it in 05, 06, I believe. Another waste of money, students' money. Who or what will exactly pay for it? Well, Stephen, I was at UTEP today, and I can tell you UTEP says it's time for a makeover on the second floor of the Union, complete with a new buffet. Expect salad stations, a Mongolian grill, international food and deli station, and a soda station as well. So using social media like we do, we found a sketch on the UTEP Facebook page. The rendering gives us a better idea of what the new Union will look like. We just shared this story on our pages as well.
I think I would like it because the unit doesn't really have I would like more of that campus feel, like the cafeteria. And so I didn't know that, but now that, and I do spend I spent a lot of time here actually, so I'm excited to hear about that.
Construction begins in April. UTEP officials say the all-you-can-eat restaurant will be ready by the fall semester.
Are you hungry yet, huh?
I'm always hungry.
I know. Aren't we both? Hey, we're getting a lot of feedback as we expected tonight on our KVIA.com and the CU on the CW pages. That is where Erica joined the talk tonight saying, I personally like the old school look. This style identifies the Union and makes it unique from the rest of the buildings. And Jeanette told us, hope this doesn't take as long as the landscaping has. And Nichole, this one's just for you. Our meme expert, Jose. You want to read this one?
More construction at UTEP. Oh, thanks, Jose. Always making us laugh.
There is a lot of construction
That
going
is
on
funny.
at UTEP. Eventually, it's going to wrap up, though, and the school will be top-notch if it isn't already. Hey, Nichole, we also have a few stories people are talking about on the Facebook pages, and we have to remind everybody we have 2 pages now.
Yes, we do, Bob. Join our discussion on the KVIA and CU on the CW page. You can also get involved and, on Twitter and Instagram.
And exactly what people are doing, talking about this doozy out of El Paso City Council today. Listen to this.
They're drinking water, drinking Gatorade or whatever. When they have to go, they got to go. And so it's a health and safety issue.
Well, if we all have to do it, why doesn't the city of El Paso help us out when we go to a park? Get your smartphones ready, your laptops ready, whatever you're using. We have what has you talking out of City Hall. And also, it's the story that has Abigail posting on our pages. Gross! And Tammy saying, OMG, really? Now you can't give your dad a quick kiss? Brace yourselves, or maybe you think it's sweet. This, a photo right after the Super Bowl showing New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick and his very grown daughter embraced in a kiss. It only lasted a second, but this pic is blowing up social media. Nichole, do I get a kiss tonight? Did I catch you off guard? No?
I can tell you about the weather. How about that?
Okay, I'll settle for that.
All right. Nice weather out there right now. Tracking some changes to your forecast. We'll talk about those details in your full StormTrack weather forecast.
You know, I've been here 17 years. That's the first time I've asked for a kiss. Nichole, we'll talk about it later. This is ABC 7 at 9. We'll be right back on Making You Blush.